right? With the separation. Therefore, when we offer the ghee, we only fill up one side. Because the Lord needs to breathe in and out from the other side. So when you're dipping in, it's only half and pouring it out. We don't fill up both the sides. This is called shruga. This is called shruk. This is the shape of Varadev's mouth and the lips sticking out. And this is called upaveshya or hasta. This is used for fixing, some wood when it falls out of place. This is called prokshani. So all your water for purification and everything is kept in here. And this is called spear. Jai Ma Kali. This is actually used for drawing mandalas. For drawing mandalas and whenever there is charu. So for steering charu, we use this. Previously, when Pashubali was happening, right? Now it's banned. Banned means in Shastra it's banned. Kali Yuga, no Pashubali. Because Brahmins don't have the purity to bring that Pashu back to life. So therefore, not allowed. When right now in Bhagavatam we are going through this, Daksha Yajna. When Veerabhadra came and he grabbed Daksha, put him on the stake, and he used all his weapons to chop his head. And they all broke. Because finally he's Daksha, no? He's such a powerful person. All the weapons broke. Finally he picked up spear, which was Abhimantrita, empowered by mantra. He grabbed it, just went. That's how he chopped his head. So don't mess around. But every time before we use spear, we should sharp it by the use of kusha blade. Because every time you use a weapon, it should be sharp. And you have a kitchen knife. You use it for some time, it gets blunt. Then you have this roller, stone roller. You make it sharp. So therefore, before the yajna, we make it sharp by the use of kusha blade. This is yajna yudha. There are multiple more. But this is what we use. This is also, it's called Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi, Ida Pingala, nostrils, like that. Then we have the kunda that we made is called standila. It's flat with sand in the center, so the ghee when is offered does not touch the ground. If the ghee from the yajna touches the ground, is not considered auspicious. Sometimes it happens. It goes all the way to the ground. It's not considered auspicious. Over here, there is a kalasha with water, supari, haritaki, lavanga, elaichi, some mustard seeds, tulasi, some flowers. The purpose of this is called abhyukshana patra. For sprinkling, for purifying, that is used. The same ingredients is used in the kalasha with the exception of mustard seeds. The kalasha sthapana is there. You put dhan at the bottom, put the kalasha and worshipped over there. The Lord himself has come in the form of Shaligram. Anantadev, Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Radha Mayapur Chandra, Govindaji, Sudarshana, Hayagriva, and Mahadev. In Daksha Yajna pastime also, because Daksha did not, the reason the whole destruction of the Yajna happened is because Mahadev did not have his seat. He was insulted, thrown out. Who is this guy? Roams around in crematoriums and smears all this bhasma on his body and all these bhutas, rakshasas, pishachas, all wandering around and yuck! You don't want him here. Throw him out. Mahadev is Mahadev. Kept quiet, chup chop, left. He was not given a place. Therefore, the entire yajna was destroyed. And after the destruction, Lord Vishnu himself says that in yajna, if it is done without the presence of Mahadev, he will be useless. So therefore, in the procedure of yajna twice, there is worship of Mahadev done. So therefore directions become very important. So the person who is doing the yajna, the hotri, is either facing generally east or if not possible then north. Mahadev's place is in the northeast corner. It's called Ishana Korn. Ishana means the place of the Lord, and the Lord of the material world is Mahadev. So therefore that's his place. We will be worshipping him as Sankarshana. So that location is his. Under the ghee patra is called Ajya Patra. We also have Samdhan. We'll make a mandala. It's called Yoni Sthapana. And we'll install Mahalakshmi over here. We'll install Yagyavaraha. And we will do Pancharekha Sthapana. Very, very simple. Generally also, you can do Goloka Mandala. That is also there. But Pancharekha Sthapana is recommended by Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. We do that. All the things that you would like to offer in the Purnahuti is kept in one plate. At the end, everything goes in one time in the fire. There's always barley and sesame. Now, right now we are using barley which is husked. Better if it is unhusked. That kind of barley is better to use. Ghee is always used for yajna. No oil. There is no substitute of ghee in yajna. Sometimes I have seen some brahmanas, they say, we can use oil, no problem. No. Yajna is always done with ghee. At one point, in one of the purports, Srila Prabhupada he explains, he says, the reason there is no ghee in the world is because Brahmins are not doing yajna. Because if you do yajna, then there is a need of ghee. When there is need of ghee, there will be production. And when there is production, everybody else can also eat ghee. So it's our fault that there is no ghee in the material world. Because we are not doing enough yajnas. So, with all, okay, we have the bell, Prabhuji. You can do the Ghanta Sthapana, worshipping of the bell. Now, one important thing, the Kalasha Sthapana, right now this is just a single Kalasha. We are doing it as a how to show, just showing how to do the yajna. You can have multiple Kalashas. When we do like the Shashti Abdi Purti and 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, those yajnas, then there are generally about 250 Kalasha Sthapana, 300 Kalasha Sthapana, like that. All of them can be done in one also. It's just feels little tight. But yeah. This Kalasha Sthapana is called Satvika Vriddhi Shraddha. Some of you may also know it as Vriddhi Shraddha. Or some of you may know it as Nandimukhi Shraddha. This is generally done the day before Vivaha. You say, many times you say, oh, Nandimukhi korte hi hobe. You have to do Nandimukhi. So Nandimukhi is worshipping of the forefathers. Pitri, Pujan. As Vaishnavas, Padma Purana explains, those who are initiated with Vishnu Mantra, they should not be worshipping Devata. Therefore we were saying all the Devata names that are coming in the Yajna, they are actually the Devatas of Vaikuntha. And they are the expansions of Lord Vishnu. So, Ganapati Puja is must. Unless and until you do Ganapati Puja, there is absolutely no use of doing Yajna. Why? Because Mahadev blessed Ganapati that he will be Adi Vandya, the first one to be worshipped in every ceremony. If his puja is not done, this is Shramhi Eva Kevalam. You'll get zero benefit. But being Vaishnavas, we can't do Ganapati Puja because Ganapati is a Devata. What to do? So Padma Purana explains that wherever the karmis, means those who perform karma they perform Ganapati Puja, Vaishnavas should worship Lord Vishwaksena together with the four Kumaras. Why Lord Vishwaksena? Because he is the commander-in-chief of Lord Vishnu's army in Vaikuntha. And he takes care of everything. Vishwaksena Sanamabhihi, Bhagavatam explains. He's a very, very important person. In Krishna Lila, he appears as Satyaki. And in the Leela of Sarga, Sarga means creation, Lord Vishwaksena expands as Ganapati. So he is the Adi Ganapati or Vaikuntha Ganapati. Therefore we worship him and the four Kumaras. Instead of worshipping the Navagraha, we worship Navayogendra. Instead of worshipping the Lord of the directions, Dikpalas, we worship Mahajans. There are 16 forms of Shakti called Matrika Devi. Instead of them, we worship 22 forms of Bhakti. Now, this is done for everyone. Now, among Vaishnavas, we are specifically Krishna Bhakta.